What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 1080G. This is the Unfocused and Focused Podcast. We are back once again. Got the boy Tastro in the building.
What up, what up, what up?
You already know what it is, man. This is episode number 2 of the, we on the third run right now. We had 2 seasons, and it's crazy. We haven't actually broke it down like season 1, season 2.
Yeah.
Like just some life situation that happened, or you know, just something happened. I guess season 2 is over.
I mean, and plus it's a new aesthetic anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's a new, everything's new, man.
Yeah.
We revamped a whole bunch of different stuff as far as how we go about it. So
yeah, we really just had to shut down the production and get right. But we are officially right. The Unfocused and Focused Podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we're gonna talk more about entrepreneurship. But before we get there, man, we used to do it before, and I don't want to get too far away from it.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in the world of Tastro, man? What's going on these days?
Nothing too much, but you know, a couple of months ago, we shot the video for free.
Oh yeah, that video came out dope.
Yeah, that was super dope. I appreciate you for that. Like, your vision as far as the videography is concerned has always been super dope. We made some shit shake at the last minute. Like, that was everything we did that day was on some last minute shit, yo. Do you realize that?
Yeah, that was I don't know. It just came together.
It did. It was like I couldn't have planned that shit out like that at all.
Nah. See, we got to tell people the behind the scenes that we had this video that we were shooting, dope song named Free, and Tastro had some models set up for the video, and unfortunately they fell through. You know, it happens. You know how the Instagram models are, man. They think they too important sometime, and they couldn't make it, you know. So we had to take matters into our own hands. We had the video shooting. The concept involved a female, and we couldn't do that because we didn't have one. And I'm just scratching my head like, yo, we can't shoot a video about females and it's just Tastro the whole time.
I mean, we had one. However,
my bad.
We had one, but it just wasn't like, yo, it was like I needed more as far as the different variations were concerned, especially with what the song was talking about. And so at the last minute, you had the Hawkeye. Yeah,
I had the Hawkeye, man. This video stuff, you know, I just have a feel for it. I don't know what it is. It's like we talk about Nick Ways, how talented he is in the
beat scientist.
With beats. You know, he has anointed hands. I feel like,
facts. You
know, have anointed eyes. You know, if you ever even heard of something like that before, but I'm gonna just claim it. You know, it's a blessing. But anyway, he ain't have a girl for this video, and I literally was looking around trying to figure it out. I looked outside the window, and I'm talking about all the way across the street. I just happened to we inside the venue, and halfway inside, I say that, and I seen all the way out,
and there was a bunch of people outside.
A bunch of people outside across the street, and I was like, that's the video girl.
Like out of nowhere. And so I pretty much, you know, walked up to her, told her what we was doing. I didn't know if she was going to come or not, yo. Like, I was just taking a chance by even telling her what was going on, because I walked up to her car and she was like, yo, who is this nigga in front of my car right now? And I'm like, yo, I'm not on no weird shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, we seen you from across the street. We filming a video. The models that I had unfortunately fell through at the last minute. You'll be a perfect fit. What's good? And she was like,
she just came through.
Yeah, she was like, yeah. I was like, yo, don't say that and then you not show up. She said, I'm gonna show up. Like 15, 20 minutes later.
15, 20 minutes later, that does not happen. And this lady was beautiful.
Yeah.
The perfect addition to the video.
Facts.
Shout out to, I don't know if you have her information, but just tell her, you know, she was a blessing and much appreciated.
That's for real.
But yeah, that video came out dope. Check it out. It's on YouTube. Catastro. It's Catastrophe in full, but what's the video listed under? Because I don't want nobody typing it wrong on YouTube.
It's you can put it in as free, and you can put in Catastro. It's gonna come up.
Okay, Catastro.
Because I did
you've been shortening your name like as time go on. You just
I never shortened it, but it's like as far as like user handles and shit like that. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. As far as me putting Tastro, because like Catastro is actually something in Spanish anyways. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
And when you look up stuff, it's hard to find that. So Tastro just seemed pretty easy as far as that goes.
Got you. But yeah, man, it came together. Check it out. But yeah, we here to talk about entrepreneurship, and that's a topic that that's my claim to fame. You know, I started my entrepreneurial journey in I guess 2009. Tastro was a big part of that. That's why we still here now. If Tastro didn't ask me to shoot his first video, and it was like what 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
If I don't shoot that video, I don't start going on YouTube and learning how to shoot videos and learning how to edit. So it's crazy how we've come this far, but you know, for me, it's progressed into, you know, content for businesses and corporate companies now. You know, the most recent addition to my clientele is a big corporate company doing social media content. And,
nice.
It's turned up.
Can you say the name or no?
I mean, I can. It's on my Instagram. You know.
I mean, because don't be modest about it, bro. Like that's a big
Taco
deal.
Mac. Taco Mac it's a huge company. You know, they got 26 restaurants between Atlanta and Tennessee, and you know, it's expanding. That's
some dope shit, man. 2
locations opening up real soon. I gotta get content the location in Gainesville. Getting some drone footage of the logo. I got this concept I'm gonna put together.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, the craziest thing about it, and that's when I realized like damn, I really do this, because I'm humble, and it's hard to see yourself sometimes. So
right.
It's like, bro, they don't even be asking me no questions. They just kind of just let me have
do what you do,
free reign. Like,
yeah, because they see your work, bro. Your work speaks for you. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, motherfuckers was asking me about the video when you were editing it. You noticed that I never said nothing to you about it, because I was like, yo, I'm gonna let G do what he does, because I know.
Nah. You was asking about the video. You like, yo, where the video at?
Nah,
man?
Yo, that wasn't me. That was not me. That wasn't me, man.
He told me I was slacking on my Mac, and I'm like, bro, I'm working
bro.
on like 8 videos now. I got you.
I trust your process as far as you doing what you do. The point I'm making is, just like they see it, I saw it. That's why I didn't bug you about it, because I trust your work as far as the quality of what you're going to do. And they trust your work. Your work speaks for itself.
Nah, it's a dope situation. It's a blessing. And, you know, I appreciate everybody that's, you know, helped me out along the journey, including yourself, Tastro.
Man, I'm not taking no credit for that, bro. Like, we helped each other out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a gift as far as what you had going on, and you seen a gift as far as helping me. So that's all that was, bro. Word. That's all that shit was, man. But nah, you got to take that credit for yourself, man. You put those hours in. You got your hands dirty as far as starting TGIF, bro. Can't nobody take that credit for you, dog, from you. You feel what I'm saying?
One thing I'm gonna say is, if you got any type of vision, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship, it's not gonna happen overnight.
That's a fact.
You know, if you go by the book. And, you know, they're going to say 3 years. If your business isn't working in 3 years, you need to scrap it and try something new. You know, I didn't start making decent money off of what I do until it was some years I was making money, but I was scrambling around. I was on I was a crackhead videographer. I film. What do you need me to film? It don't matter what you want me to film.
Not a crackhead videographer, yo.
I'm just saying, like, you got to start somewhere. It wasn't that extreme. I wasn't on no crackhead type stuff, but
I understand what you're saying as far as the grind and what you had to do.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, you just stick with it, and you just really dive into your purpose. As long as it's something that you enjoy doing and you're passionate about. That's really the biggest thing, because you can't just say, oh, I'm going to stop, you know, messing with my passion in 3 years. That's something that's never ending. So if you make whatever your entrepreneurial path align with your passion and your gift, whatever God gave you, then you're really good to go. You just got to stick with it and be patient. Consistency.
Yep.
And that's huge, you know. But yeah, to all my entrepreneurs out there, to all my entrepreneurs out there, stick with it. Stick with it. Don't give up. And yeah, we gonna give a lot more insight on this whole entrepreneur thing, because we got a dope guest in the building today. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. We got multiple cameras now. We doing it big. We're gonna cue camera 3. Somebody cue camera 3.
Yo, this dude is fucking. Cue camera 3. Hold on. Shout out the bars in the background. We gotta shout bars out. I told you.
Bars. Yeah. Say what up to him, Bars.
What's up, man? I see Jordan.
See, he almost forgot about you. See.
He unfocused. He having too much fun.
He forgot about you, dog. He forgot about you. Yeah. Cool. Straight up forgot about you. Shout out to Bars, man. Hey, shit. What up, Bars?
My bad, Bars. That's my bad. Bars is on the camera. You already know. Bars is she a part of the Unfocused and Focused podcast team officially.
Shy representing, Chi-Town representing.
Yeah.
And the Thank God Unfocused team. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna narrow it down. We can't put Bars in a box.
All over around.
You can't put Bars in a box. She's just focused. Period. She's team Thank God Unfocused. Every time she loses her, I ain't gonna say it's only happened 2 times, and she didn't lose it. People take her Thank God Unfocused wristband, and she comes to me immediately to get another one. She comes to me immediately.
Both my kids got them. They started school. They want to be focused throughout, my 8th grader and my sophomore. They want to be focused this year, so they snatched up my wristband.
It's a good reminder, though.
Yeah.
Great reminder.
It's a great reminder, but the first time I ever lost my Thank God Unfocused wristband, I forgot it in Chicago.
How you do that?
And I had somebody overnight it to me.
Wow.
Yeah,
it was that serious for you.
Bars don't be playing about the wristband.
That's real.
And I've actually heard that story from a few people. The first person I heard it from, it was kind of crazy, I was like, damn, I didn't realize these wristbands were going to have that much impact on people. I knew it would, but when people, because what was the lady's name? She saw you with the wristband, and she was like, oh, you know that guy? I lost my wristband. You got to give me his information. Like, she just peeped his wristband randomly, and it was somebody I had gave a wristband to that I gave it to on the side. I was giving it to Big Tigger and somebody else, and she was there, so I just gave it to her. And then it impacted her more than anybody else there.
Man, speaking of which, somebody got me for my wristband too, by the way.
Yeah,
so I think I need another one, man.
I got a few left. I gotta honestly order some more, but I get that taken care of. And it's crazy. Our guest right here has on her Thank God Unfocused wristband. Same. Yeah, exactly. Same deal. I gave her wristband, and she told me that she rocks it all the time. She rocks it ever since. She rocked it ever since. But enough about the wristband. We talking about you. Introduce yourself and tell the people why you here right now.
Hey, y'all. I'm Destinee. I go by Desi. I am CEO and founder of Beauty Guard Salon. It's located in Stone Mountain, Georgia. And let's get into it today.
Dope.
Salute already.
So you own a salon, like a whole salon, like that's.
So I own a studio.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's just as dope, because it's a lot of people still doing hair on the front porch.
Yes.
So that's a big upgrade from that. So. Yeah,
Garage.
Exactly.
What?
Random places.
Parking lot pimping.
Easy.
Random places, but where did you start at? Because you got to start somewhere.
I definitely started in the kitchen.
Oh, so not in the parking lot, you was in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, in my mama's kitchen.
Okay. So you were taking clients, or was it just friends and family?
So, friends and family, I did it in the living room, the bedroom, things like that. But when I started taking clients, it was in the kitchen. Or sometimes it was in the kitchen, but sometimes my mom I don't want you in my kitchen today. Go in your room.
Oh.
So, yeah. It was in the house, though.
Got you. So how long you been doing this?
Since I was 9.
Wow.
Yes.
So how do I find out how long you've been doing this without telling age? Or maybe you don't even care about. Okay, I don't know. It's maybe that's an old school thing. The new school, they don't care no more.
I'm fabulous.
All right,
no matter how old I am.
Okay, you started at 9 and
I'm 28 now.
That's dope.
That's a nice amount of time.
Yeah.
So you stuck with it. That's what it sounds like. You stuck with it.
It was always a side hustle though. It was never my main career goal.
Got you. So what was initially your main career goal?
I went to college.
Okay.
I got a full track and field scholarship to Shaw University.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Track and field.
Got my bachelor's of science degree in athletic training.
Dope.
And I just did hair while I was in my dorms when I got into my apartment. Yeah, but just never thought I'll make it my career.
So what was the turning point as far as it being your career?
I fell out of love with my degree. I felt like I was, in a sense, pressured, but not pressured. When I moved to Atlanta in 2019, I got offered a medical assistant job at an urgent care. Okay. And before that, I was working at Duke Hospital in Wake Med in Raleigh, and I was miserable working 12-hour shifts. I just wasn't happy, but I loved my patients every day. Right. I just wasn't vibing with the doctors and just management, things like that. I just found myself bored or distracted all the time. And every time I did hair, the feeling of encouraging or making someone feel beautiful and seeing them happy just always made me happy. So when I moved here, I was working 8 to 8. We had just built the urgent care, so I was working 100 hours overtime. Wow. And with that, I got burned out on top of already being miserable, not liking it, but I knew I was good at it, and it paid my bills. Right. So I just took a leap of faith, made a huge sacrifice, invested in a studio, and I did that part-time and worked at the urgent care part-time, and eventually I just quit the urgent care and did hair full-time, and I love it to this day.
Amazing. That's amazing right there.
That's dope. So you took that leap of faith, but it doesn't sound like you jumped all the way out there, because some people, I've done it before, I quit my job and I was like, man, I'm gonna do this thing on a focus thing full time, and initially it didn't work for me, but then I realized you gotta have that income, the guaranteed, and you can still build on it at the same time. But it sounds like you went about it the more strategic way from the jump. You didn't quit your job, you started it first, and then you said, so how long before?
So my business started August 2019. Damn. I moved here February 2019.
So you got to pop in pretty quick. But I didn't
quit until February 2020. But I was working 1 day a week, 2, maybe 2, 1.5, things like that. But it was a sacrifice for me because I had to invest so much money, which was my last, into the studio, into inventory, things like that, paying for software to maintain my business, things like that. So I didn't have anything when I invested it. So just having that job to pay my rent and spending my last to open the studio, that was the huge sacrifice. And not knowing anybody. I didn't know anybody. So I prayed for clients. That was the leap of faith. I didn't have clients to just automatically come to me. I had to work for it and just throw myself out there and just pray that it would happen. It did.
So my bad, G. So I was going to ask, okay, so you started in 2020 as far as your business, and that was around the time of when the pandemic started, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Honestly, I can say, I feel bad for people who struggled during the pandemic, who lost everything, but the pandemic was the best thing that happened to me.
I've heard that on more than one occasion. That's what's up.
Yes. Yeah, during the pandemic, I was doing the most business that I had done in a long time. Yeah. Especially with the it was just a lot of racial stuff going on, so black people were more supportive of black businesses. Right. And I don't know if that's still I think it's still the case. I don't know if all the people that felt that it was that important at the time are still supporting on that level, but we need to continue that for sure.
I think it's still pushing.
Think it's still pushing?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's stronger than ever now, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is.
Yeah. I've noticed. Like for me, it was such a spike in my business that, I mean, honestly, now I'm still flourishing, but it was different during the pandemic. I feel like black people were just overly supportive, like, you know, them stimulus checks and all these checks coming in.
All that extra bread was flowing at the time.
Yeah, like, we've been doing that income tax. It was just multiple income tax for us.
Yeah,
so we was a little excited.
You know, it's like, people will buy a shirt, but during the pandemic, they like, just let me get 20 shirts. I got a family reunion. I want a shirt for everybody.
For everybody.
But
it just goes to show you why we can't have reparations, because that would just topple everything.
I mean, Dave Chappelle showed you that. He showed you that on the that episode that time about us getting reparations.
I just mean that black people would overwhelmingly support other black people because they would not compete with other black people.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I can agree with that.
There would be less reason to put them down and more reason to sit down, be at peace, and dig on the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as long as that money is reinvested back into the community, then you know, we can't lose. You know, whoever's in charge, man, let's get them reparations going, man. Let's get it popping. But yeah, so you talking about starting from the bottom. You know, you was in the kitchen, and then now you have your own location. What's the next steps? You still growing, right? It's still
we don't stop here.
Yeah. So you're gonna start expanding. How does that work? So
about last year around December, I was driving home one day, and I keep passing this building. It's a building. It actually went out of business during the pandemic. It was a sports authority, and then it was a furniture store next to it. And I just kept passing this building. Every time I pass this building, I always look at the building. And I was like, why I keep looking at this building? And there's so many buildings around here.
Yeah.
That's going to be my studios.
Okay.
Manifestation.
And I've manifested on it. And I want to put at least 40 in that building. So that's what I'm working on right now. You know, just trying to build this business credit so I can, you know, move on from there.
Dope. So how do you even build business credit for people that aren't up to speed on that? How do you build business credit to take out a business loan, so you can get a location and keep expanding your business?
Well, how I started first is my personal credit.
Oh, so yeah. You got to start there. Some people might
disagree, but you have to build your personal credit in order to build your business credit.
I want to know who disagrees with that.
Some people say it don't coincide, but it does.
I feel like that person is in denial because
I think it goes hand in hand.
It does. It definitely does, because in order for me to have gotten my business credit card, they checked my personal credit first, and then they was like, okay, your personal credit is perfect. You approve for this amount of money for your business credit card. And then once you get that first initiative, then they might go based off your business credit, going off of that business credit card. But it does start with your personal. For me, it started with my personal. I don't know everyone else. But last year I closed on a house. And
okay, congratulations.
Thank you. So at that point, I took advantage of how high my credit was, and that's how when I started, you know, building my business credit. I have a credit card. I have a couple, and you know, just charge it, pay it back, things like that. And then that just builds it up. And then eventually you get to a standpoint where you apply for your loan, but you have to do your taxes. For one, they go off your taxes, I think 2 years, just as a house. That's how you do it. So I'm working on it. I'm working on building right now.
She's over here dropping gems. If you trying to get that business credit, she just filled you in on how to do that.
Well, yo, I was looking at her work. Like, I went to her business page, and the work is impeccable.
Thank you.
I would definitely recommend a couple of people to come holler at her. No, I'm not talking about you. Nah. Why am I I'm looking.
I got you, girl.
I'm talking in the mic. I'm talking in the mic, yo.
George,
I'm not talking about you.
I can't do anything for you.
Nah.
Yo, I'm not talking about you, yo.
You
I'm just saying. Why would I look at G? The man's bald headed, yo.
He's on the show.
Wait.
I can't braid your scalp.
This part of the show wasn't supposed to be about me.
Yo, man, listen.
No shade.
None
all
whatsoever.
Love.
Yeah, all love. I swear.
You know how dudes say pause, you gotta say no shade.
Yeah.
Right.
But nah, her work is impeccable.
Thank you so
I would
much.
certainly recommend people to come your way. As a matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do.
Thank you.
That's certainly what I'm gonna do. And so as far as your skill level is concerned, like I know they say, it takes 10,000 hours to master anything. Do you feel as if you've definitely put in that 10,000 hours?
Yes, braiding is a craft. You have to perfect it. I started doing my own hair because my mom gave up on me, and I have 2 sisters. Yeah, one of us had to learn. She was through.
She said, "I'm done."
But
somebody got to learn.
Right. Every year I asked for a mannequin head, and by the time Christmas came around to receive a gift for the mannequin head, the old mannequin head was bald. Like, it just went through it. So just going every year with a mannequin head turned into doing cousins' hair, friends' hair.
Right.
I just learned over the years.
So you mentioned that you can't do anything for me with your salon, but what about the Beijings? And I've seen them. I've seen these guys. They go into the salons or the barbershop. I don't know how it works.
Shit is terrible.
It's still mind-boggling, but they go in like bald or something, or I think they gotta grow their hair a little bit, and then they'll come out with like full locks, like looking like Lil Wayne, or
You got 2 minutes.
2 minutes on
this camera.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna have to pause for a second. That's weird.
I could just restart it real quick.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I see what you're saying. Nah, well that's fine. Yeah, cause we could always switch to another camera while you restarting it. So yeah, how does that work?
So I have gotten an Caucasian client. He booked, and I didn't know what he looked like. I knew he was a male, and he wanted some braids. So me thinking it's just typical male getting some cornrows or something. Like, no, this man came in on his Harley, Caucasian, had his do-rag on.
I'm just picturing that.
I mean, not do-rag, I'm sorry. Bandana, black bandana, leathered out. I mean, like, rock and roll type dude. And I'm confused, like completely confused. And he walked in the door and asked for me. So I'm like, yeah, like, how may I help you? He was like, I have an appointment. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I doing for you? And this man has blonde hair, blue eyes. He had to be like 60 something.
Wow.
Like I said, rode in on his Harley, so he comes in and I'm like, well, what do you want? He wanted me to braid his hair with black braiding hair on his blonde hair, and he has been wearing it. I guess the old braider he was going to moved or whatever, so he found me, and I was so confused. I did not like it. I did it, but I did not like it, and the only reason I didn't like it is because it was black hair.
Yeah,
like you want me to braid black hair on blonde hair. It just didn't look right. But he said his what do they call they partners who ride with them? I forgot. They call it something. His crew or whatever. Said it makes him look funky.
His posse is, I don't know.
Yes. It makes him look funky. So I said, okay. And I never saw that man again.
Funky.
So I wonder how he found you. Like,
I don't know.
Wait, but
What if he was a secret shopper?
It's no secret shopper. I own my own stuff. It's no secret shopper.
Wait,
but
so
I did it, and that was the yeah. But I've never did like Asians or something like that. But I do see it on like social media. But they don't. I've never done that. But that was the only like person I've done.
So you can't do anything for me, is what you're saying? I thought you might could do.
I think it's a wrap, dog.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
What, some beauty shop? What he gonna do? Braid your scalp?
Y'all haven't. See, maybe y'all aren't as in tune with the bald community as I am.
Me with shave, but no braids.
A slap. About one of them pieces?
A toupee.
Yeah.
Slap a track lace front.
Nah, they be.
They be
like.
Yes. They do. Who they do? I saw that.
They get a flat top.
And that service is like $2,000
with the design on the side.
It's like $2,000 too.
Wow.
Because they say it lasts for months, but if you ain't got it, let it go.
Just let it go, man. Just let it go. I said when my joint start receding, I'm going bald. I'm not about to play that game, putting Beijing or doing micropigmentation and all this other stuff that a lot of cats is doing, because they actually have that service now. Like cats is paying like thousands of dollars for micropigmentation now.
George, are you bald by choice?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not by choice. Not by choice. It was just in my genetics, I guess. You know, my father.
My brother was balding at 30. It's okay.
It was earlier than that for me. I was I was like.
You just stressed.
When you start balding, bro.
I don't know what it was. Like I wasn't stressed. It was. I mean, I don't.
It's genetics. Yeah, I
it was genetics. I just kind of rolled with it. I never got into the mode where like I was freaking out and it was just. I always wore hats, and ever since I was in like junior high school, I've always wore like low Caesars, like the lightest haircut you could possibly get. I guess my father had me get that because he won't have to bring me back to the barbershop for like a month. I'm sorry. Get it as low as you could get it, but I was rocking that consistently. So when my hair started,
I hated that haircut, yo.
Balding,
I hated that haircut, that low haircut.
No
That's
edge.
the worst. That's the worst.
I was just rolling with it. But yeah, when my hair started receding, it was just like people thought I was bald. Like if you look at my high school ID picture, I look bald. Like,
damn.
But the barber actually messed up. I was legit bald that day. He cut too much, and then he had to cut everything off.
Oh wow!
So I went. Just imagine the first day of high school in like the urban city of New York. Just like. I'm looking like Fredro. I'm looking like Fredro Starr or something like. I look.
I'm so sorry. I mean, it's not worse than me. My mom sent me to school with one braid in my head. One
braid.
One.
Was it like a big braid?
She brushed all my hair to the ceiling and just braid. I felt like a dragon.
Oh man!
It was so embarrassing. I got picked on. They called me Dragon Tail.
Oh man!
I hated it. That's the real reason why I started doing hair. I couldn't go to school like that anymore.
I feel you.
I see. Yes, it makes sense.
I couldn't do it.
Even to this day, hair is something that makes me so anxious and stressed out. Even when I gotta put a ponytail in my hair,
it's some women that can't even brush their own hair.
Me, can't brush it, can't wash it, can't blow dry it, can't none of that shit. So I like my kids' hair stay done. Like that's something I was self-conscious about my whole life, getting my hair done. Like my sister did hair. All my sisters was older than me. They did not want to be bothered with me. I was a baby girl around all boys. So since I was a tomboy, I just.
So you ain't never even try. You like, nah, I don't even want to.
I always advise people just learn the basics.
Yeah.
Learn one style. Just your go-to style. Just learn it. Your hat.
The slit right here.
Oh.
I got a ponytail under here with the slit in the middle. Or maybe I might get funky and put it on one of the sides. But that's
everybody trying to get funky tonight.
You're right.
But nah, that's what's up. So I guess that's your what they call it, like the Marvel superhero origin story. It started with the one braid.
Yeah, one braid.
And then she just grew into.
And kids are cruel, kids are super cruel. So I can only imagine.
When she started brushing her hair to the ceiling, I just started crying.
Oh man,
you knew it was a wrap.
I just knew it. Picture day too got me on picture day.
Oh snap!
On picture day.
Damn. She got
what grade were you at again?
I think I was in 3rd. And then my mom was with my sister's father at the time. And my sister's father, God rest his soul, he's Haitian. Mm-hmm. So if y'all, I'm from Miami. So if y'all ever been to Little Haiti, or even know some Haitians and know how they dress, the church dress with the tennis shoes, with the braid in the middle, it's my picture day.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
We are
horrible.
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody has that. You know, that one picture, like you're like, yo, I hate that picture.
Like, Mom, why did you send me to school like this?
Out of my 12 years.
I'm
down on like 3 of them I snapped. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the 9.
So you just brought back a memory. One year for picture day for me, I didn't have a haircut, so my mother commenced to cutting my hair for me.
Oh.
I had a bowl on the top of my head, yo. Shit looks terrible.
She tried to do the Boosie thing.
Cut?
I had the bowl cut, bro. Like, she didn't know how to, you know how you
fade it out.
Yeah, she didn't know how to fade it out. So it was just a line, like a big ass line. Like, oh my God. And it was picture day too. It was picture day. It was picture day.
Always picture day.
Yo, you just really made me. I really like buried that memory in the back of my mind. And
she tried though.
She did.
That's one thing.
Shout out to moms. She tried, man. She tried.
I can't imagine.
But they were clowning me. They were like, "You got a bowl on the top of your head." They were clowning me. I was getting clowned. So
kids are cruel.
Yeah, I feel your pain for real.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Kids, you know,
they're mean.
They can be pretty mean, but
very
you know,
blunt.
You gotta have that tough skin when you know, become an adult, and you know, real things are happening. So I guess it's good and bad to it. You know, at the time, it's like, bro, you ain't got to get on me about the bowl cut, man.
It gave me tough skin, though, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
But I vowed that I would make sure I always get a haircut, too. So that's all that pretty much did.
It was done for a reason.
Absolutely.
Word. So, we almost at the 40-minute mark right now. I guess we gonna close it out soon. If you could just remind people where to find your business and how they can support it, you know, Instagrams and Facebooks, all of that stuff.
You can find me on Instagram. Instagram has everything. Has the link to my Facebook, my website. You can follow me on Instagram at Beauty Garden LLC.
Dope. Okay. And Tastro, we plugging in the video in case they forgot. Where can they find the video? You
can find the video on YouTube. You can find the video on Instagram, on Facebook. And yeah, that's about it right about now.
Yes, sir. Tastro, free, produced by Ricky Rax.
Shouts out to Rax.
Yeah, shout out to Rax. Shout out to Neek Wade. Shout out to the whole Thank God Unfocused family. Is anything anybody want to say something before we close it out? Bars, you got some words of wisdom? Anybody?
I just want to say first and foremost, as far as our guest is concerned, to Desi, like your story is inspiring in regards to how you got your business started and how you've been building your clientele. Shouts out to you as far as what you do, and I'm rooting for you. You got my full support. I want to see you win for sure.
Thank you so much.
Word. Yeah, you've definitely been a dope guest with the whole with the new format, you know, with it being health and wellness and entrepreneurship. Like, we really want to give a lot of wisdom and insight and help people out and inspire them and, you know, all that good stuff. So you've definitely helped a great deal with that, and you're much appreciated.
Well, before we close, as far as health and wellness is concerned, I wanted her take as far as what's your take on health and wellness in regards to hair, as far as it being health, like as far as health is concerned, how important do you feel hair is in that regard?
Health is a life or death situation. I feel like when a woman's hair or even a man's hair is not cut, they are a completely different person.
That's a fact.
Not having your hair done can put you in a depression, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you can be the happiest person with your hair done, and when your hair is not done, you can be just down, rude, angry, mean. As soon as you get that hair done, it's like a new person.
That's a fact.
A completely new person.
Right. So for those that that go through that whole situation as far as not feeling good about themselves because their hair is not up to par, or they can't make it to the beauty salon or whatever the case may be, what is your suggestion in regards to, I guess, revamping their hairstyle as far as making them feel better about themselves and looking, I guess, more presentable?
If they can't make it to me,
right.
I always encourage people to learn your go-to style.
Gotcha.
Whether it's a wig, whether it's a ponytail, 2 braids, cornrows, something. Try to learn a go-to style. A baldy, yeah. Try to learn your go-to style, and sometimes majority of the time, women go-to styles are ponytails.
Gotcha.
Nowadays, it's probably lace front wigs. I can't rock a wig. I'm sorry, it's just not in me.
If you can put your hair in a ponytail, man, we can't leave these women out.
I mean, yo,
no, it's not throwing shade. I just don't.
Back to ponytail.
Well, if you can't put it in a ponytail, learn how to do some cornrows and throw a wig on. Slick it back,
I just didn't want to leave the
twist
ponytail
out, like wash and go, something. Learn something. Learn how to wash. Some women don't even know how to wash their hair.
Yeah.
Learn something that can encourage you when you're having a bad day and you need to go somewhere and you just fed up with your hair. Learn how to do something that you can just quick and go.
Gotcha.
Let me tell y'all, don't try Desi, because the arm strength that it takes.
Yo, what is
hair and brush.
Honestly, it doesn't affect me doing other people's hair. Like, people always ask me, do your hands hurt? I'm like, actually, no. It be my feet and my back. My hands never hurt. Knock on wood, but my hands never hurt. But when it comes down to doing my hair, everything hurts. And I'm in the mirror for 3 days.
Is it because it's you and you're pulling your hair?
Yeah,
or
so my hands are like
I got
here for like 5 hours.
Right.
Trying to do my hair. So
that sounds crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
But I rather do my hair because I know how my hair is gonna turn out. I've given people opportunities in Atlanta.
They failed every time.
They fucked it up.
Maybe I'm picky. I don't know.
No, I feel you. I feel your pain, because when I first came, I went through so many barbers and they were all terrible. Yeah. I mean, it happens. Like, so many people, just because they feel like they have a shop or they're doing hair or whatever, they think they're good at it. But honestly, a lot of people are not good at it.
Well, some people can't take criticism either.
That's a fact.
I've worked with braiders and they're like, girl, I'm the best of the best. You're not. And there's no shade, but right. I would love to help you be the best of the best.
Yeah.
And to me, I never look at it as competition. It's no competition in braiding. We have 1 million braiders. We have over 1 million black women wanting braid.
Right.
Let's compete. Not let's compete. Let's collab versus compete. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right.
Nah, that makes sense. You actually said something. I didn't lost it, but pretty much, your hair could improve your mood.
Definitely.
That was the whole point of
right.
what we were saying. I'm a hat person. It's like your hair can improve your mood, but a dope hat, you said it take 5 hours. You don't come off as a
5 hours for my hair?
Yeah, when you say you're doing
5 hours for someone else's hair. My hair take 3 days.
Oh, damn.
To do my own hair.
3 days?
Yes, 3 days.
3 days. That's dedication.
Okay, hold on. We got to break this down. Can you please explain to me what's going on as far as this 3-day process?
So I have a mirror in front of me.
That first day sound like it might look kind of crazy.
Yeah. I have a mirror in front of me. I have a mirror on the side, and I have a mirror behind me. That's how I can see my whole head.
Okay.
Wow.
And every time I do my hair is so thick that it has to be extra small braids.
Gotcha.
And I don't like short braids, so they have to be butt length. So it takes a long time you have to look, you have to part, make sure everything's good. You got to put the product, then you got to braid all the way down. It takes a long time to do your own hair versus you just having control over someone in front of you.
Right. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds crazy.
So we doing 3 days, right? So, like, is it do you have a goal as far as like how much you plan to get done when you're doing your hair?
So I do my ear down the first day, or I might do the ear down and section off the top, but definitely the ear down, and then from like the top of the ear to like right here, and then I'll do like that the last day.
Wow.
It's a process. This is definitely
how many? You said 3 days, but How many hours is that actually?
So I try to take breaks, here and there, but I'm definitely in the mirror in my bathroom doing my hair all day.
Are you sitting down the whole time doing this?
When I'm parting, I can't sit because I need to like see and like move. But once I put the braid in and start braiding down, I'll sit down.
Is that a thing? I guess I've heard of women doing their own hair, but I didn't
sitting
know
down, standing up.
I didn't know it got that deep where it lasts 3 days. I've never heard that before.
Well, she's saying for her as far as doing her hair, but
and it depends on what size I do. I'm doing extra small and they're long.
That's a long time.
If I'm doing like large or medium, it's gonna take me like 6 hours maybe.
Yeah, if your sister doing your hair, sometimes it takes 2 days. She don't feel like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I just gotta say that is focus.
Right.
For real.
That's what I'm saying.
For
I've
real.
never heard of that
That's
before.
laser sharp focus.
I am just, it's like if I was on Fear Factor and the last for the $1 million thing would be to like
braid your own hair down to your ass.
I think the longer the braid, the longer it would take.
You out of here, bars?
Yeah. Don't ask me to braid nobody hair. What?
Wow.
Like, bars, we got one more challenge. Let's get this
Millie. You gotta do it. You gotta do
Bars
it.
said she is out of there.
Bars, you ain't gonna do it, yo. You can't do it. Oh man.
Bars said she is out of there.
I'm gonna try it, but I'm gonna be.
That's a serious process. That's serious dedication too.
It definitely is.
Fingers. It sounds like your hands I was speaking on my homie. He was a producer having anointed hands. It sounds like you got anointed hands.
Absolutely. That's art.
Your hands
braiding is art.
Your hands ain't getting cramped up all crazy. Like
but I take care of my hands too.
Do you have like a routine as far as your hands?
I do.
I'm interested to hear it. What we got? What's the hand exercises?
Being a sports medicine major in college, I know the body.
Got you.
Top of the head, the bottom of the feet, I know the body. With my hands, I do a hot and cold contrast. So I will soak my hands in hot water, and then I will soak it in ice water. Wow. And I will switch it back and forth at least 6 times for 2 minutes each. And it's basically like a shocking wave sensation that stimulates the muscles.
Okay.
And it's not, it's a little painful when you're switching because it like stings with different temperatures, but it definitely helps with just helping the muscles relax.
Is this something that all braiders do, or like?
I don't think so. I don't think they do anything, to be honest.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I've never heard that.
Some braiders get
before.
massages. They get their hands massaged, and you just can't massage your hands. You need to massage your forearms as well because all that contributes into braiding.
Right.
But some braiders do get their hands massaged, but I don't think anyone like do that.
Yeah, you broke it down to a science. That's different. That's the next. See, that's next level focus right there. I mean, not seriously, because she incorporated what she learned in school in regards to what she does as far as her entrepreneurship is concerned. Like breaking it down like that, I've never heard that before because I'm sitting there thinking like, yo, you're sitting there getting your hair braided for an extended amount of time. How are these people doing it without their hands cramping? And she just pretty much just gave you the sauce.
Yeah.
She just gave us the sauce right there, G. I've never heard that before, but that sounds super. That's real innovative. That's real innovative. That's some real innovative shit right there. And I think, like, I don't know how you feel about it, but I think that's something that you probably want to give the hair, I guess the hairstylists of the world as far as
I'm always giving free game, to be honest. Like I be trying to throw out back braces, the proper back braces to use while braiding. I haven't told anyone about the hot cold contrast, so that's something out there new. But as far as braiders taking care of themselves and things like that, is very, very much so on a high pedestal for me to get out there.
That's what's up.
I hate when people come at braiders complaining about our prices, things like that. But y'all need to understand what we go through. We go through a lot. Like at the end of the day, my hands are shaking.
Right.
Like really like shaking. My back is on 10. I'm tired. It's like we go through a lot, and not saying like if you have a job, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to go through. I get it, but we're not just charging for braids.
Right.
We charging for overhead, inventory, things like that.
Labor. Like the process. That's a long.
Exactly.
Like you're there for hours getting your hair
labor.
braided. Yeah.
Like we're gonna have carpal tunnel one of these days.
The labor
if we don't
is the
take
most
care of
expensive.
our hands or our bodies.
Right.
So we have to invest in ourselves to invest in your hair to make you happy.
Absolutely.
And speaking of investing in yourself, how important do you think entrepreneurship is for someone in your industry?
As far as
Like people who do hair.
how important it is to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Being an entrepreneur is not easy.
No.
It's not for the weak.
No, not at all.
It's days where if you're not as successful being a braider, it's days where you're gonna be down. Like when my next client coming, you don't get PTO. You don't get health insurance. You don't get none of that. Like I pay everything out of pocket. Like this is not corporate. It's very, very hard being an entrepreneur. It's time management. It's putting time into content, putting time into learning new styles, putting time into learning new personalities coming through your door. I get so many different type of people. I get mean people, happy people, emotional people, and I get, very hype, crazy clients, but I love them all and I treat all of them the same. But being an entrepreneur, you have to be prepared for all of that. Like you have to. Because your business is based off you. Your customer service have to be A1. And I feel like the black industry needs to work on that as well. I contact a lot of black businesses and black braiders, and they're very rude. They are annoyed by the questions. If I don't know, I'm going to ask.
Right.
If you don't have something on your booking site and I call you and ask you, you shouldn't have an attitude. Like, I don't go based off of your work. If your customer service is not good, I'm not buying from you. I'm not sitting in your chair. You're not having that energy over my head. And that's just how I roll. Every time my client come in there, they would never know what I'm going through. And I go through a lot on a day-to-day basis. But you would never know it. You would never know it because it's my job to... People are coming to me excited. Like, they wait in months in advance to sit in my chair. They're coming excited. So it's my duty to make sure they leave happy, satisfied, and, to go on about their day and show off their braids. So
that's that professionalism she got popping. Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, that, you hit it on the head with the customer service. I've personally, shot with different entrepreneurs, and I mean, you said the black community, and I guess that's mostly the case. I didn't want to generalize it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I do get bad customer service from Target sometimes, or
yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
For sure.
Like sometimes Chick-fil-A is not always perfect. Like I get it, but I'm saying as far as we're talking on us.
Yeah.
Like
you right.
We need to show example and not saying like it's all bad, but we can step it up a little. It's room for improvement.
Accountability.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was personally fortunate to have some customer service experience. I feel like most people worked at like some call center or restaurant or something. But apparently there are a lot of people who don't understand the importance of that. Like, I feel like you can hold on, you can get a lot more customer retention, based on how you treat people. And I've experienced that. You ask them a question and they get rude, and it's like you got to be patient. The customer is always right. That didn't come from anywhere. They're not always right, but you want to be a little more patient than you would in the average day-to-day setting when you're conducting business.
Because you need them. You need the customers. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, customers are always right. I don't care what it is. If they dead wrong, you gotta make them feel like they right, and just gotta figure it out.
True.
That's real.
True.
Yeah, they go in 15 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I mean, just
you gotta wipe that off. And
give them a discount, something.
For me,
apologize.
I'll make a video about you later, right after your guest event. So I hope you come on my page because I gave you my card and seen that I was talking about you in my.
But I block clients. Like I would never tell you. I would never tell you you pissed me off or anything like that. I had some clients that came in there and just was like, I'm like, one thing I don't like, and that's the only thing I don't like about being an entrepreneur. You can't you can't satisfy someone that's not happy or satisfied with themselves or aren't happy with their life or anything like that. You just can't please them. You can go over and beyond for this person, but they will never be happy. And I had to learn that the hard way, because I know my work good. And sis, if you still complaining about something, like it's on you. But you have to learn how to deal with people like that. And it's hard, but
nah, it makes sense. But you said you'll deal with it accordingly. You know, like I'm sorry.
Like
I'm sorry, man.
I will politely decline any future services, and that's exactly how I would say it.
Yeah.
Some people will contact me off a different phone and be like, "Why did you do that?"
Damn, not from a different phone.
But you saw the email. I politely decline any future services.
That's how you know she official,
right,
man.
They still got blocked. They still trying to reach out.
They like, yo, let me use your phone real quick. I gotta get in contact.
I gotta get my hair braided. Give me another chance.
I have one client who did book under a different name and showed up, and I'm like,
damn,
what's up?
I
was just like, what's up?
Coming up with aliases.
You can't get rid of me.
Wow, she said that to
you. Gonna braid my hair.
She knew what she did though.
Okay,
and she sat there and she apologized. She was like, listen, I had a horrible day that day. A lot went on in my life, and she explained to me, and I was like, okay, we cool.
Okay, that's what's up. So if they come to you and apologize after they fuck up like that, you'll give them a second chance.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
I ain't gonna deny money.
Just making sure, you know.
I still gotta maintain my lifestyle.
I can dig it.
Nah, that's what's up. It sounds like you've really put this business together strategically. You got to cover it from the location. You got a professional location. You got your credit popping. You got the customer service is on point. The quality is on point.
Thank you.
And then she got the Instagram. She got the content. What it seemed like you hit every, like, is there anything that you're looking to add? What do you feel like you're maybe not the best in? Because you seem like you hitting it all across the board.
Well-rounded.
I think I do have a weakness. My weakness, I'll say, I can't get this. Like I said, we were speaking earlier about teaching. Sometimes, like, people don't want to be taught, for instance. And I block out days on my calendar where I'm hosting classes, and it's a hit or miss for me. And I don't know why, and I still can't figure out why. Like, it would hit, I'll probably host like 6 classes a year, and probably 2 or 3 will be a hit, and like nobody will book the rest of those classes, and I still can't figure out why. And people like, oh, you need to come to this day, or I beg you to come here, I beg you to do this, or teach me how to do this, or teach me how to do that. I was like, well, sign up for the class. And when I put out the class, no one books. It's just like, but you guys need the knowledge, you need to learn. But some people get in their ways where it's like they get lazy or they don't feel like investing, and I haven't figured out how to really get people to realize, like, hey, it's okay for room for improvement. It's right. Okay. If you got something new, if you just came out with a new braiding style, please teach me. I would pay to learn to make my income increase. Right. So it's, you know, it's that's the only, I say, lack I have, is trying to build the educational standpoint of braiding.
It sounds like you already have the tools to fix that. So, how often, like, what platform do you use to even get the students for these classes?
Right now, I just released the dates for my braiding tour. So I'm starting a braiding tour. My first stop is Raleigh, North Carolina, and it's September 15th through the 17th. The 15th to 16th, I will be accepting appointments, and then the 17th, I'm hosting 2 classes. Nice. The platform that I've used is Facebook, and Facebook will launch the promo ad for Facebook and Instagram. Gotcha. And then just reposting it every day. So, like I said, paying for promos, things like that.
Mm-hmm. So my question is, what type of content are you putting out when you say, hey, sign up for this?
It's a flyer, but I know that I need to probably do a video.
Yeah, so honestly, because you shed a lot of light on some things that I didn't know. I feel confident that you could add some students if you honestly just give them that nugget of information where you talking about the hot, cold.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you give a gem like that, if you put that out there to the masses, hey, if you want to learn more, sign up to my class, and then they see a presentation, you know, they hear you sound like a nice person, and you just dropped a gem that I never heard in my life before, you know, that's going to help me. You know, it's like you kind of put it in a way where it's like you give them the information, you solving a problem, and then you give them the call to action at the end. Sign up for my class, and then it's gonna be more personable, like you said. You do it in the video format, but flyers aren't the best. Like Instagram hates on flyers. You know, the algorithm isn't as friendly.
I'm starting to realize that. I think as far as Instagram, it's the reels now.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
exactly.
The past 3 videos I posted hit over 1 million views. And it's like, okay, well, maybe let me make a reel then.
Yeah. Are you on TikTok?
Yes, I am. But my TikTok ain't popping like that.
You may need to put the whole hand on, like the
and
whole hand situation.
You can make it cool too. You can be like, my hands. Yeah,
like seriously, right? And I really think that'll pop, because when you said that, I've never heard that before. I've never heard anybody that's ever said they braided hair or done hair of any capacity said that they do that to keep their hands up apart. That's a jewel right there. That's you see, you know the science. She knows the science behind braiding hair. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not just braiding hair for her. She knows the science and the art behind it, and that's a double-edged sword within itself.
Yeah, I see this vision of somebody getting these exaggerated braids. Like, it's just a lot of braids, or they super long, and then they like, oh man, they looking in the mirror like, I like this. It's dope. You know, and then they leaving out, appreciate it, you know, I'm about to kill him with this look, and then you like, no problem. Hands
is done.
You know what I'm saying? And then you show the comparison between braided like that, you know, or, you know, you get what I'm trying to say, but just some type of visual, and you can have fun with it. I feel like you will probably want to have both, like the professional one, like, you know, that's more catered to Facebook maybe, that you could put on a website, and then you have the fun one for the TikTok and maybe Instagram, whatever.
Yep.
And
I be trying TikTok. I just never hit. I don't know.
Yeah.
My Instagram is the only platform that will hit millions, and then TikTok is like, oh.
Well, I would just stick to your guns.
I mean,
stick to your guns.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm still like, whatever I post on IG, I will post on TikTok. But definitely not Facebook. Like Facebook, I'm trying to get into Facebook, but you know, I've always looked at Facebook as for family.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, they do. They're trying to, you know,
everything
social
is like
media
the same.
platform is trying to be the same. Yeah,
pretty much. Everybody has reels.
Yeah. And all these braiders is the same. That's why we gotta get your.
I think she got it. Yeah.
Super gem.
Yeah.
Word. So I'm gonna ask one more time. Is there anything anybody else want to put out there? We officially passing the hour mark.
I just want to say something. Yeah. This has nothing to do with entrepreneurship, but
okay.
George, I want to thank you.
Okay.
The day that I met you, I was out of it. I was going through a lot, and you know, I was with my sorority sister. We had brunch, or maybe it was breakfast. I don't remember. But when I met you, we had a conversation, whatever. And when you gave me the wristband, and I read it, and you explained to me what it was, I wasn't focused at that time. I had given up on a lot. And even like my business, at that point, I just stopped taking clients. Like I needed a break. My mom had just picked up my daughter for the weekend, and my line sister asked me to go out to go get a massage and some food or whatever. And I greatly appreciate you that day, because like I said, I was going through a lot. I wasn't focused, and just this, your hashtag, your business, your brand, it's way more than just saying, "Thank God I'm focused." It's so much deeper than it. And even though I said I wasn't focused at the time, I am now.
That's what's up.
And I thank you for that.
Word. Well, I'm glad I could help and have that type of impact. That's what Thank God I'm Focused is about. You're officially part of the Thank God I'm Focused family.
Word up.
You know, so you got to do the same thing for somebody else.
Yes.
You know, and just keep it going, you know, but that's dope. You know, I'm glad you locked back in and sound like things are going pretty well right now. But yeah, we're going to end it on a positive note like that. I just got to hear it one time, man. I got so used to hearing that at the end of the podcast. Tastro, just go ahead and take us out real quick.
Man, like I always say, man, stay alert, stay alive. Like I feel that's the key to life. You know, I feel like in regards to anything that you do, as long as you're alert, it's all gonna pan out like it's supposed to. Stay alert, stay alive.
Love it.
Word, and that's it. It's the Unfocused and Focused podcast, and we out of here.